All right, we are in Chapter 8, and the first section here in Chapter 8, we're in Packet A. It just deals with the various integration techniques you've learned so far. So there isn't really any brand new concepts here. It's just how do you identify which technique you should be using and to apply that technique. So it's not like specific to any 6.1, 4.2, where you know you're going to be doing the same problem over and over again. A lot of these are going to look the same. For example, number 1, 3x over x squared plus 1. And this plus changes to a minus. There's no x in the numerator over here. There's no x in the numerator, changes to a minus. And then it just kind of moves around where they all look similar. But in the end, when you take the test in May, which technique are you going to apply? All right. So first off, you want to start off with, do you know the rule? Do you just know it? Like, is it a straight up a go backwards rule? If it's not, then you should go to the U substitution technique. So here, my degree in the denominator is larger, so that tells me that I should be looking for my U substitution. All right, so here I would pull my 3 out, I would force my 2, and counter with the half. So now I've got 3 over 2, the integral of 1 over u du. So then we know that antiderivative then is going to be the natural log of the absolute value of u, and then we can back substitute. Okay, so then how is that going to be different in the next one? Well, based on our rules, it shouldn't be. I've got my x squared minus 1, my du is 2x dx. I'm going to pull out the 3. I need a 2, counter with a half. So I still have 3 over 2, 1 over u du, which is going to be 3 over 2 natural log absolute value x squared minus 1 plus c. All right. So now I do not have the x here in the numerator that I would need like I had above for my du to cancel out. So it's not 1 degree different, it's actually 2 degrees different. So now we're going to have to do partial fraction decomposition. So I've got x squared minus 1 can be broken down into x minus 1, x plus 1. So then I have my a over x minus 1 plus b over x plus 1 . Okay, so then if x equals negative 1, then we have 3 negative 2b. So then b is equal to negative 3 over 2. If x is equal to a positive 1, then we have 3 is 2a. So then a is 3 over 2. So now I know I'm going to have the integral of 3 over 2 over x minus 1 plus negative 3 over 2 x plus 1 dx. So we know that's going to go to 3 over 2 natural log x minus 1 minus 3 over 2 natural log x plus 1 plus c. So a different technique just because that x was not there. Okay, so now we have the same thing. So this is where if the degree in the top is the same as the bottom, it's a long division situation unless we can do a quick rewrite where you add a number and subtract a number, because that allows me now to split that binomial denominator. All right, so then my first term there is just a 1. So if I take the antiderivative of 1, I get an x. The second one is my tangent inverse. now we're done. All right, so there's the first 4 questions. So now in the problem number 5 here, my degree in the numerator is larger. So that's where you need to do long division to divide it out. So, and don't forget to fill all degrees here. So x goes into x squared x times, multiply it, subtract, bring down the next term. Right, so then it's going to be a 0, bring down the minus 1, so then that's just a minus 1 over x. Remember how to write your fractions for long division. So that means this integral is equivalent to x minus 1 over x dx. So then I've got x squared over 2 minus the natural log of the absolute value of x plus c. Again, this is all because just one term or one part of a term is different. All right, so now when comparing example 2 and example 4 here, so we had the minus, so the minus was okay. Oh, we had an x here as well. Let's 6 and 3. Here's the minus and here's the plus. So here we had to factor, but here this is tangent inverse. Okay, so I can factor out my 3, and then I just have tangent inverse. So again, step 1 is always the memorization. Step 2 is the U substitution. Step 3 would be identifying your degree. Maybe it's going to be a long division degree on the top. Maybe it's going to be a tie, like number 4. And officially it is a long division question, but maybe you can do a shortcut. Okay, so here we have degree on the top is larger than degree on the bottom. So this is going to be a little bit more complicated, long division, to make sure you get your practice. Long division is a possibility to be on the assessment. So then I've got x squared minus 3x. Now don't forget how this works here. You subtract the next term, but now there's 2 terms here. So it's easier to say add the opposite so you don't mess up that 3x. These are going to cancel. You need this to be a 7. It ends up being a 1. You're messing up your long division technique. Now I need a 7 here, so I have my 7x minus 21. All right, I got to bring down my 8. And again, we're going to subtract. So if I subtract, it's really adding the opposite. So now I have a 29. It's a positive 29. All right, so there we go. So then this problem is equivalent to x plus 7 plus 29 over x minus 3 dx. So antiderivatives, x squared over 2 plus 7x plus 29 natural log of the absolute value, x minus 3 plus c. There's our 7 practice problems.